Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about the completion of your service hours. We are going to review the project requirements and expectations for the last part of the project, and then you're going to have time to complete your last process log entry. So just to remind you about the Service Quest project as a whole, it involves research, the service learning hours themselves, and then the reflection. So far you have completed all of the parts of the research. The annotated bibliography, your research paper, data-driven decisions, action plan, and then today you will finish up your process log. While you were doing all of that, you should be working to or have completed your 10 outside hours based on your area of interest. And then soon we will be moving into the reflection portion where you will be working on a reflection paper as well as a final product. All of this leads up to our Quest Expo, which will be held on April 13th. This is where you will present and talk about your service learning experience and what you have learned along the way. Right now, we're going to talk about the completion of your service learning hours. So looking in X2 Vol, the students in the green are students with any amount of verified hours, and all the students in the blue are students that have not submitted or had verified any hours. Your service hours are due on February 14th, which is about 2 weeks from now. So please make sure that you are inputting your hours into X2 Vol, that you put a contact person's name and email address so that they may verify your hours that you have completed. Once your hours are verified, then I will go in and approve them. I approve hours once or twice a day, so your X2 Vol should be pretty up to date if you have inputted everything and have the people verify your hours. If not, please make sure that you are looking for opportunities and getting those hours inputted. So today we're going to revisit the process log and talk to you about how you will be graded. So your process log today is your fourth entry, your final one, and you will turn it in tomorrow morning and it will be graded through your science class and your science teacher. Each entry will be graded on if you thoroughly and thoughtfully answered the question in at least 5 to 7 sentences. We're looking that you're really reflecting on what you're learning, you're answering the question and connecting it back to that overarching theme and question of how can you as a middle schooler impact your community. The final part is if it is turned in on time. So the due date is now February 1st, so that's tomorrow by 7:30 a.m. and you should turn it into Google Classroom. Originally, the due date was tonight, but we've moved it to give you a little extra time, and you will see that due date reflected in all of the Quest Google Classrooms. The process log must be turned in by tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Many of you have asked about service hours and what happens if your service hours, all 10 of them, are not completed by February 14th. The purpose of having them due then is because we are moving on to the reflection portion of your project. So the overall general answer to if your service hours are not done is you need to continue working to complete those 10 hours because that will go into the system to be viewed by the county and go up with you to Langley. However, most of you should have a decent amount of hours completed and you should be able to answer the questions on the reflection paper and create a decent final product based on the hours that you have completed so far. This was assigned to you in September, so we're hoping that most of you have the majority of your project done. So the first part of your reflection will be your reflection paper, and this will be worth 40 points and be graded by your civics teacher. We will go more in depth about the questions and the rubric on February 21st. We will have a 90-minute meeting. But just know that part of your reflection is looking back on your impact and what you've learned through this entire process. The next part, this is the final product. This is what you will display at the Quest Expo, and this will be a 40-point project that you turn in and is graded through your English teacher. So again, we will talk more about the options, what they look like, and how you will be graded on March 14th. But just know that you will have to make some sort of tangible item, whether it's a product itself like a museum prototype or a documentary or write a song. You will have to create something that is able to be displayed at the expo. So coming back to if you still need service learning opportunities, I encourage you to log into X2 Vol on your slide, you'll see the bulletin board, and there's tons of opportunities that are posted there for you through the county. And additionally, any opportunities that I get that are not posted are inputted in there, and you're able to sign up that way. Another good resource is Volunteer Fairfax. There are various organizations and opportunities for you to work on through the county. So please try to get those hours in, try to get as much as you can done, because that's really going to contribute to your overall reflection. So the rest of the time is yours to work on completing your entry number 4 in your process log. If you're already finished, or if you finish early, make sure you go back and check for proper spelling, proper mechanics, everything that we've taught you in English, and make sure that you've really answered the questions. When you're completely finished, make sure you turn it into Google Classroom. We will meet again on February 14th. We will have a 90-minute meeting. It won't directly be Quest related. It'll have more to do with course selections and things like that. So if you have any questions in the meantime, please talk to your civics teacher, or you can send me an email or come see me in room 104. Good luck finishing up your project.